K-Logic on the beat. TZDRB. Bola GDRB.
Welcome to London, one of the most diverse metropolitan cities in the world. Here you will find people from all different backgrounds working together, living together, creating an atmosphere of creativity and vitality. Although London is home to many nationalities, the Nigerian community, the largest in the world outside of Nigeria, has grown dramatically over the years and as such has shaped and influenced the London culture it inhabits. From the music to the food to fashion, Nigerian culture has been gaining more recognition in the eyes of Londoners by importing some of its rich culture into the mainstream UK culture. It's not just London, it's London Naija style.
Why do you think that there are so many Nigerians in London specifically?
I've actually spent a lot of time thinking about that, and I think it has a lot to do with, the fact that Britain colonised us. So when I went to Paris a few weeks ago, and I noticed that there were so many people from like Cameroon and all the French-speaking countries in Paris studying, living, and I was like, oh, that makes sense because that's the reason why we come to London, because we're a British colony. It makes sense for us to receive a British education. So I think Nigerians come here, looking for that.
We were colonized by the English. So basically, long time ago, a lot of Nigerians have been coming to UK. Even most of the Nigerian leaders, many of them, they study in UK. And also, England is kind of like local to us because, as a colonial master, so we like the relationship is always there. I just think like everyone is really welcome.
If you've lost your roots, if you're a Nigerian who's lost their roots and you don't want to go back to Nigeria, you come to London, and then you feel connected. I don't know if you've been in Peckham. I saw you in Peckham, right? The first time I was born in Portsmouth actually, but I studied in Nigeria, grew up and whatever, and then went to America. And then from America, I came to London straight from New York. And the first place I went to wait for my friend was Peckham. And I was standing there and I was thinking like, this can't be London. Like, no way, this is not London.
England is a welcome country. England is built, it's a multicultural country whereby people from different states, different countries come and stay and live together and be happy together. So, definitely. Nigerians are really welcome because you have our own Nigeria. Even recently with the Olympic, we have our own Nigeria house, we have a Nigeria village in Stratford, so there was a lot of things happening there, and so everywhere you go, Nigeria always represent, and because they are allowed to be able to do what they want to do, their own stuff. So, as a Nigerian myself, I've lived there for many years. I've never seen anyone walk to me, so you Nigeria, go back home.
I think to the average Nigerian, London is the epitome. Let's not say London. The United Kingdom is the epitome of civilization and aspiration. I think even far more than America.
I come because I'm looking for a greener pasture to better my life. Yeah.
But why London in particular, or why not a different country or the United States?
No, because I've been to London before. When I was still very, very young, I've been coming to London, so I find it very easy for me to come to London. There's no language barrier, no language barrier. So I prefer coming to London because I have my family, I have my relatives here.
To be honest, I don't think I chose to come here out of my own free volition. I graduated from university in 1991. So I came in to the UK to do a master's degree, and then when I finished, I decided to stay back.
So why did you decide to stay as opposed to return back home in Nigeria?
Well, I suppose for me, I was a young woman. Well, I would say a young girl. I just graduated at the age of 20 then, and I was coming up to my 21st birthday when I came here. So I think for me, it was the freedom.
Nigerians who stayed in Nigeria and have been educated there, you don't know who's legitimately educated and who's not.
was born in Nigeria, and I came here, living here, working,
Yeah.
and I enjoy it. It's nice.
So why did you come here from Nigeria?
Well, basically, I came here to search for greener pasture, as we all do, you understand. So that was why I came here. So, and I've been living here for quite some time now. So for some time now. So, and I'm enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
I could just hear Yoruba left, side, and center, and what even made it worse was this lady that screamed, "Oli, oli, 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 oli!" I'm like, what's going on? Like, someone snatched her purse, and at that point, I was like, no way, this place is ghetto. Like, so many Nigerian. I'll never stay in Peckham. I said I was never going to stay in Peckham, and I've not stayed in Peckham yet. But I don't know if I'll have to go back to Peckham. But if I do, it doesn't matter anymore because I've gone past that. But yeah, that's London for you. Like, there's a whole bunch of Nigerians out here who you'll be thinking like, how did you even get on a plane?
Well, first of all, it's a 6-hour journey. You can't beat that. It's 6 hours to civilization. I think the Lagos London Heathrow route is possibly, I'm not going quote me on this, but I think we're in the top 5 most profitable route for the major carriers.
I think there's a very, 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 very strong Nigerian community in certain parts of London, like Peckham, Brixton, Croydon. Like when we lived in Croydon, there was like at our church, it wasn't a Nigerian church or an African church, but there was a very, very strong and prominent Nigerian community.
Yeah, we had a Nigerian this community, what was it called? Nigerian group
Something.
Yeah. Had a Nigerian group, African Ghanaian group, and then the white folks had their own group. and then we always did like Nigerian days, and during the Nigerian Independence Day, you'll see like the Nigerian people walking down the altar, like singing Nigerian songs and stuff like that.
According to the United Kingdom's Office for National Statistics, the biggest increase in immigration was among people from Nigeria, with an increase from 87,000 in 2001 to 191,000 in 2011, more than double the amount of immigrants who arrived 10 years ago. Peckham, a city in the south of London, is home to a large number of Nigerians in London, so much that the city is dubbed Little Lagos for its striking similarity to Nigeria's cultural capital.
It's like a market. There's just such a strong culture of such a strong Nigerian culture. I believe you walk down, there's people trying to sell you stuff like fish, meat, eba, just different things. It's very strong. If you were to have like a little Tokyo in Los Angeles, it'd be like a little Nigeria, or a little Lagos,
In London, like there's so many. Like if you go to Peckham, you see a lot of Nigerians there. You go to like Barking, you got Dagenham. So a lot of Nigeria people moving there to Dagenham. So basically, I just think Nigeria communities they're doing good. Everywhere you go, you always see Nigeria representing the UK. So yeah, they're really amazing community. They trying to help their own people. Like the church is there. You got church local. Nigerian people, if you got a problem, you see them there, you talk. Hey, it's just really good.
Brixton, Croydon, and other cities in southern London also have a noticeable Nigerian presence. Here, you can see the vast number of Nigerian restaurants, tailor shops, and other establishments where it's common to hear people speak one of many Nigerian languages, such as Yoruba and Hausa, and to see people wear authentic Nigerian clothing. Although some of these communities are not known for their safety, the cultural energy and vibrancy of these communities is undeniable.
I don't do this sort of thing. As you know, I am a traditional Nigerian man.
A strong, blessed man.
And we are now in the 22nd century.
Together, we are in it together.
And Nigerian men can now come and ask their wives for this type of thing.
Bayo, anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything at all?
Yes.
In the whole wide world?
Anything.
Can you lend me £200?
I'll be pushing.
Nigerian culture has been particularly present in the music and entertainment industries. For example, the show Meet the Adebanjos, the 2012 Best Sitcom winner of the Black Entertainment Film, Fashion, Television, and Arts Awards, depicts not only the strong Nigerian community present in London, but also the generational divide present within the Nigerian community. Because so many more Nigerian teenagers grow up in London as opposed to Nigeria, there's a strong generational gap. Many Nigerian youth go through the entire UK education system feeling not just entirely Nigerian, but also entirely English. This fusion of identities has presented itself most strongly in the media and music scene.
I think what has happened is, so your parents came to establish a life here 15, 20 years ago. So they procreate and they have children. And then the moment the kids are now brought up in this society, and the kids consider themselves more British than they are Nigerians, and then they go to school here, and then they have friends here, and their entire life is pretty much London or whatever city within the United Kingdom they base in. Those are the changes, you know what I mean? So it's not so much about the parents, so it's about the next generation. And the next generation are very comfortable in their element. Why? Because this is the only element that they know. So I think that's pretty much what it is. And it's gonna, I mean, I feel like whatever gaps exist before are gonna continue to blur out. You know why? Because interracial relationships are happening more and more. You know, people are marrying different races. So you see, all of those very clear-cut lines are, you know, they're becoming increasingly mottled, and that's a great thing.
African music has slowly been gaining recognition, especially in the club scene. Afrobeat, in particular, which is a combination of African beats, rap, and funky music, has been taking over the airwaves in dance clubs in the UK. Although Afrobeat music has been popular for a number of years, it wasn't until London's New Year's celebration in 2012 that Afrobeat really established itself into the mainstream music scene in the UK. Oliver Twist, arguably the most popular Afrobeat song in the UK, is produced and performed by D'banj, one of the top Afrobeat artists in the industry today. D'banj is also Nigerian who spent most of his years growing up and attending school in London. His hit single Oliver Twist was so popular that it reached number 2 in the top UK R&B charts. Fela Kuti, the renowned musician from Nigeria, is recognized to be the precursor of Afrobeat in the 60s with his fusion of jazz with African beats. Nigerians may not be the only makers of Afrobeat music, but it's clear that they are the trendsetters in that arena.
The new wave of music in the UK is called Afrobeat. Some people are frowning upon it. I heard some people say, oh, any music that's not socially conscious or has whatever, then it's not Afrobeat. Well, our definition of Afrobeat is African music that has got a beat to it, and it's not because we wanted it to be like that, but because obviously a Ghanaian has come up with the idea and he's around with it and everybody's jumped on it and it's doing well. So I think if Fela is actually in his grave, he'll be thinking, you know what, that's a good place for Afrobeat to go to.
In terms of creativity, there's a movement happening right now in Nigeria. I think the music industry reflects that a lot. I think when you think about, I was watching the Olympics, and so the Olympics is going very well, yes, fantastic. And then they play this song by an artist called D'banj called Oliver Twist. I'm sorry, I know how that song was made, but for the fact that the song has international appeal, even though it's down to the DJ selecting the songs he wants to play. But the bottom line is, the fact that the song has international appeal enough for it to be played at the Olympic closing ceremony and for the BBC to shortlist it on the BBC, I think, one extra playlist, I'm sorry, it's a reflection of something great is happening, you know? So I think our music industry is reflecting great changes. Our film industry, I think we have the third largest film industry in the world after Hollywood and Bollywood. Nollywood is fantastic. Literature-wise, we've got some fantastic writers, Chimamanda, Teju Cole. You know, there's so much happening right now, and I think I just wanted to be part of it, and I think I'll be stupid not wanting to be part of it.
Do you think that, as a musician, that Nigerian or African music is getting more recognition?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's taking over, especially Afrobeat, man. Afrobeat getting big. You know, guys like Divine, Square, Two-Face, bridging the gap.
Yeah.
And now Wizkid as well. Like Wizkid, like been working with like Wale, Young Jeezy, all these guys. So yeah. Shout out to Akon as well, man. So Americans as well come to look for talent in Africa.
Although the press sometimes covers infamous Nigerians committing fraud and other crimes, Nigerians for the most part are known for their impressive work ethic and their celebrations.
Africa Unplugged, live at Wembley Arena. Starring from Nigeria, son of the legend, Femi Kuti.
From Nigerians' Independence Day to the yearly Nigerian Carnival, Nigerians are known to have a good time.
Notting Hill Carnival 2012. We brought you faces at the Notting Hill Carnival from 2009.
Probably the most well-known celebration for Nigerians is the Naija Corner at the Notting Hill Carnival. Although the carnival focuses on the Caribbean and Jamaican community in London, the Naija Corner has brought talent from Nigeria to perform for thousands of Nigerians from all over the United Kingdom.
If you're Nigerian and you love being around Nigerians, come to London. If you seems like you don't know what you want to do in life and you're a bit lost and you want to know yourself, come to London. If you want to have fun, come to London. If you have a talent, not a music talent, there's too many of them, but if you have a talent, like you can apply yourself to, like, you know, this is a place to develop your talent.
Like many immigrants, Nigerians come to the UK in search of better opportunities, especially given the economic and political instability in Nigeria. However, many are hopeful that one day they will return home to their roots, where they truly belong, in Nigeria.
When I went there, I was really young, so I can't really remember much. So I want to go and experience it and like know how it is.
That's another thing about, especially like London-based Nigerians, and I think maybe Nigerians in general, like we're quite proud to be Nigerian. Like during the Olympics, we didn't win any medals, but everyone was still like screaming for Nigeria on Nigerian Independence Day. Whether we have uniforms at school or in college where you didn't, people would always try and get a bit of green and white on somewhere on there. Notting Hill Carnival, we have a Nigerian area, even though the carnival is generally more Caribbean. We do have like we all my friends and I, we dress up in the colours. Like I would definitely say that I'm proud to be Nigerian. I wouldn't really want to be anything else.
I'm so proud about it. No doubt about it. I'm 100%, 200% Nigerian. I so believe in that country not because of the bad leaders. I so believe in my country and I love my country to heart. I love Nigeria, so I want to go back there and support my country.
Do you think you'll go back? Sure. Like they say, there's no place like home. So I'm thinking of going back to Nigeria. Why shouldn't I go back to Nigeria? It's my country, it's my father's land. So I should be going back to Nigeria.
I'm so proud of my country. My friends always tell me I just overboard. I give all my friends Nigerian names. I teach them Nigerian words, including my teachers. I'm very proud of my culture. Never would I hide it, and I'm a proud Nigerian.
I am proud to be Nigerian. I will be forever Nigerian. I will continue to fly the flag as high as possible. And I hope films like this and other films being made about Nigeria will continue to kind of demystify this myth that we are one type of people. and I know it's about time, but I think as time goes by, I think who the real Nigerian is